Okay, just to introduce, doing an observation with Nicole Davies at Derby Museum. Just say hello, Nicole.
Hello.
Say your name.
Hello, I'm Nicole.
Right, okay. So we are looking at social media that you do on the Derby Museum. So can you just talk through the two channels that you use in social media that you're, I don't know if I'd say in charge of, but you help manage, and just say your responsibilities that you do.
So the two social media channels are Facebook and Twitter, and I am in charge of. Yes, I schedule all the tweets for Twitter, and I do most of the posts for Facebook. But Emma does check over them, obviously, and make sure that I've tagged appropriate people and that I haven't missed anything out, and that I've used the right images.
How important is social media to what the Derby Museums do?
It's very important. We have not quite a big following. We've got a nice size following. Obviously, it helps people to know what we're doing here, what events are on, if there's anything going on. If the lift's broken, for instance, we'll put it on there because that's usually the first thing people see.
What, that the lift is broken?
Well, no, but I mean, if they were planning on coming in, they might log onto Facebook and they'll be like, oh, right, the lift's broken. They're not going to go onto the website. So they'll see it through there. So if they've got a pushchair or whatever, they can plan ahead.
Do you respond? Do people talk on the social media? Is it your job to respond on there?
It's not just my job, but I have responded before. I don't need to ask Emma. If I see a message, then I can respond to it without asking.
What sort of tone do you go for in your writing on social media?
Twitter's a lot more informal. It can be quite funny, it can be quite laid back, it can be quite jokesy. Facebook tends to be a bit more formal because Facebook we only really use to advertise events, and then any information like the lift being broken or if we're not open or anything like that.
How often's the lift broken?
Oh, it was just open once, so I'm just using that as an example because I wrote a really good post for it.
Right, should we have a look at Facebook anyway? Let me just get the focus in. Okay, so can you just show to me how you would do a post? You don't have to do one. We've put some sort of fake photos, haven't we, on the thing. So just what you'd do, what you'd write. If you can think of something that you... Just basically how you upload content, where you get your content from, how you upload it.
I think this is frozen. It's not working.
Oh, is it frozen?
Oh, no.
Oh, no. It might just be.
Do I have to write real content?
Yeah, if you don't mind, just something simple that you might put.
Normally, what we tend to do is go onto the Derby Museum's website. I'll pull up the text. I'll have a what's on, and I'll see the event, and then I'll rewrite the wording of it, and then I'll write the date, the time. There'll be a link to the Derby Museum's website, and then
well, we've got a what's on thing.
Oh, that's not.
Just for now, we're deleting it. We're not doing it.
All right.
So do you ever do just written posts?
Yeah. Oh, no, not really.
No.
There's always an image with it.
Why is it important to have that content?
What, the image or the... so that it's eye-catching, and also so people know what it is, because if you read this, a unique chance to shape how the collections will be displayed. That could mean anything, but we have images that go with it to show what you'll actually be doing.
So we're going to, if you can just show how you upload the photos, and while you're doing that, talk through where you would normally source your content, your images.
All the images are saved on the iDrive. I've got a folder in there that I've got all the images for, and if I can't find, I don't know where the images are on this.
Just go to desktop.
And if I can't find images in that folder, we've got Dropbox, which has got thousands of images, or I can go and take one myself.
Called Nick. No, don't go on that.
Oh, okay. Nick.
Yeah.
Nikki, is that it?
Yeah, either way.
This?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, so that uploads there. So carry on what you were saying, sorry. So you get them from the...
so I've got a big folder full of images that Derby Museums have said that I can use. If I can't use that image, or if there's not an image on there that's appropriate for what I'm writing, we've got Dropbox, which is full of thousands of images of everything ever. There's a search bar at the top, so I can write in, I don't know, tops me can do, and there'll be a picture of a little kid with a paintbrush, and I can use that one.
So where have these images come from?
Well, they're just photos that Derby Museums have collected over the years.
So the one's been taken by the museum? Okay. Say, for instance, what shouldn't you do with images in regards to if you didn't have that resource where people might tend to go?
Don't use other people's images, or if you do, credit them.
Yeah, well...
Make we used a Derby Telegraph image the other day, and then I just tagged Derby Telegraph in it, and they were fine.
Yeah. But if they weren't fine...
Then take it down.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Right.
So I just wrote that, and then there'd be a link here as well, and I might put oh.
Why is it important to tag people into these posts?
So that they can see it. And also, like, this isn't one, but we have this thing called Crafternoon Tea, which is run by a woman called, I can't remember what her name is, but she's got her own Facebook page, so if we tag her in it, then people can click on her Facebook page and be like, oh, this is the lady that runs it.
Yeah. And she's more likely to share it.
Yeah.
So it creates things. Right, so use, let's have a look at the insights as well. So the analytics tools. So you can just cancel all that.
Well, do you want me to show you that I know how to schedule it, and then we can just go off that entirely, or?
No, we can go off it entirely. It's not one of the things I need to know.
Oh, okay.
But I believe you.
Thank you.
I'm also worried that one of my clients' face is going to go up on Derby Museums. Right, okay. Talk me through some of the tools that are here on Insights. What it does.
So it's got things like how many people have liked the page. You can change this so you can see how many people have liked it on a certain day or through a certain period of time, like 6 months, 6 weeks, 6 days, doesn't matter. Post engagement shows how many people have interacted with the post and how many people have seen it or liked it or commented on it, and you can compare that with different posts in different times as well.
What's the difference between reach and engagement? Reach
means how many people have seen it, but engagement is how many people have seen it and then like clicked on it.
Yeah.
Or liked it or something.
Yeah, or shared it or engaged with it. Yeah, okay. So let's have a look at the last 10, 15 posts or whatever.
What, on the actual website?
No, so have you noticed any patterns? What from here, what's working, what's not? So there's one that's obviously got a much bigger reach than it.
Yeah, the treasures one. I don't know if, I think Emma might have put, oh no, she didn't.
No, she hasn't.
Oh.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, well that happened last time because I did the treasure post last time. We have a treasure every 2 months, which is just basically an object that we really focus on for 2 months and then it changes. And I did one for that, and that one got like a lot of reach as well, even though we didn't put any money on it. So I'm not really too sure why that is.
What sort of budget do you put on a week on boosting posts?
We don't do it per week. We just do, if there's something that we really want people to know about, then we'll put money on that. So like that arty party, that's this thing where it's kind of like a Macmillan coffee morning where you pay some money and then people get these packs and then they have their friends around and there's like cake and wine and you do art basically. And we put money on that because we wanted lots of people to do it.
Okay, cool. Do you react to some of the plans? How often do you review sort of what the work is that you're doing on here?
Emma and me discuss it every month or so. Like today, when I was scheduling tweets, we were discussing about, because we do them at certain times. I schedule 4 times a day, 8 in the morning, 12 in the afternoon, 6 in the evening and 8 in the evening. But I've changed it around now, so it's at 5 and 7, because the ones that we do at 8 in the evening aren't doing, like they're doing okay, but they're not doing as well as the ones that during the day. So if we put it back an hour, then maybe it would get more. Which
is strange, that, because usually it's the other way around, isn't it? That people. So why do you think that is? Who's your market? So have you isolated who your market might be, and therefore the people that are on?
I don't know if this is the right answer, but the idea was like 8 in the mornings is when people are waking up, when people are going to work, so they'll be flicking through their phones on the bus, or if they're waiting to start or whatever. 12 lunchtimes, it's the same thing.
No, but what I'm saying is you found a pattern that at 8 people weren't really paying that much attention to it, but during the day they were. So for me, that actually highlights the type of people that are engaging with your posts. So who do you think they might be?
Well, I can tell you what I think, but I don't actually know.
Go on.
So I think that it's like young people and like families and stuff. We get a lot of like students and a lot of like 18 to 25-year-olds who are really excited about art, or they're at uni or whatever and they want to come and like join in. But then I also think it's families as well. So I think it's like mums, dads, people who, because we always get people ringing up as well, like, oh, what's on today? Oh, we've seen this on Twitter, we've seen this on Facebook. Is it still on? What time? How much?
Okay, I think mums says a lot through the day, but also you're right with the students, and you can look to see who.
Yeah, I've done that a little bit on Twitter. I haven't really looked
I don't
into
think
that
it shows.
much on it.
Personally, I don't think it shows a lot. Okay, all right, brilliant, thank you. Let's have a look at Twitter as well. Come talk me.
Should I log off Facebook or?
You don't need to log it off. It's an on incognito window, so as soon as
do you want me to be on the Twitter website or the TweetDeck? TweetDeck's where
which one you use best? What is TweetDeck? Talk me through it.
TweetDeck is just where you schedule tweets.
Yeah.
That's literally as
Because
simple
Twitter
as it
doesn't
is.
have a scheduling tool unless you've got the professional version, which is a big pain.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep it at that. Okay, talk me through TweetDeck. Why is it useful? What sort of information do you get from it?
To be perfectly honest, I don't really look at this very much. I just look at this. This is our news feed, isn't it? One's for Derby Museums, but we've also got loads of other accounts on this. We've got like the Silk Mill. I don't know how to move this over, but there's like other things over here as well.
Okay.
That's the notifications for the museum, and that's the notifications for the Silk Mill. And I think if you scroll over, it shows some of the other accounts we've got as well. It's useful because we get to schedule tweets, so I don't have to be sat there at 5 in the afternoon tweeting. I can just do this. Look how long it is. It's like how many tweets there are.
Okay, show me how you set up a tweet.
So I click on new tweet. I wait for it to load. Make sure it's always automatic on Derby Museums, but I don't know if I wanted it to be from the DM Nature account, then I can click that, but I don't. So it's just there. Then I'll write my content. Do you want me to write some content?
Just something very simple, just
Hello from Derby Museums. No capital letters. Then I click add images. Do you want me to add?
No, that's
so
fine, it's similar.
Click add images. It has to be a certain size for some annoying reason. It can't be over 3 something. And then to schedule it, I just click there.
Okay. Why is it so? How do you plan the tweets? Who plans them? What sort of things do you say? Do they relate to the Facebook and that kind of thing that's going on there? Why is it important to use multiple channels?
Well, we use Twitter a tiny bit to advertise like what we're doing, but we don't really use it because you don't have very many characters, and then it's just a bit blasé, isn't it? Like if you've got us on Twitter and Facebook, like come to this event, come to this event, come to this event. So I use it to like tweet about the collections. So I tweet like fun facts about all the different collections that we have here, and then I do some event ones if we've got gaps to fill or whatever, but I can show you if you want some of the tweets that we do. Some of them are really successful, some of them are a bit of a flop, it depends what it is. Like some of them we do like a picture of a Joseph Wright painting, and then like, do you know what the painting is? Do you know when it was painted? I don't know, whatever I wrote. Just ignore this. Ignore that. And these are just retweets. Here's one. So this is our dachshund, and there's a fun fact there. Did you know our dog used to be a famous dachshund and shaped the future look of the breed? So I just do things like that. I think there's a Joseph Wright one not too far away from here as well. Yeah, there you go. And there's another one, Joseph Wright. Oh, and then obviously advertising jobs as well.
So why is it important to have multiple channels? Why is it important to have a Facebook and a Twitter?
Well,
which is the most successful?
We've got more followers on Twitter.
Yeah, how about engagement on Twitter?
The engagement on Twitter is really good because we've got a lot of staff on Twitter as well. So a lot of staff will retweet, and then obviously that goes off to all their friends and they'll retweet. And obviously like some of the higher up like managerial types have got a lot of friends in museums as well. So then they'll retweet through their channels. And you see what I mean? So it's like a giant thing. Like the retweeting thing really helps, and the fact that a lot of our staff are on Twitter as well and use it for work reasons.
Is there if say there was a big event, would you put it on Twitter and Facebook?
Yeah. Like we do events like this one's not
so
a really big one.
why would you do it on Twitter and Facebook at the same time?
Well, just to make sure that it gets the maximum reach.
Yeah.
So it's not just one audience.
Do you think there's a different audience on Twitter than there is on Facebook?
Well, I did before I started working here. I thought Twitter was more for young people, but everyone who works it, not that people who work here are old, but they're older adults and they all use it and all of their friends use it, so I'm not really sure.